What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're doing a quick 2 to 3 minute fantasy football breakdown of whichever player you selected, because this is a pre-recorded intro. Now, if you want to see a more in-depth breakdown of whatever player you selected, it'll be in the description below or a notification on top. I've done a previous video on most players, so you can find it anywhere on the channel. If you like what you see today, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. We have plenty of fantasy football content coming your way before your drafts. So stay tuned and let's get to the video. All right, so number 5 for me personally is Michael Thomas. Now, Michael Thomas, we all know, is a great receiver. He's one of those, he's big, he's aggressive. He may not be the fastest guy in the world, but short area, he has the quickness. One of the best set of hands in the league. He's just a great player. And with Drew Brees, I mean, it's just a combo unmatched. We just saw him, put up this historic season where he just beat Marvin Harrison's NFL receiving record with, 149 catches for over 1,700 yards and 9 touchdowns. I mean, the dude's elite, and he's everyone's pretty much number one receiver. I haven't seen anything different. But this one isn't long, but I just wanted to, just simmer down your expectations a tad. I decided to hit the fantasy archives and look at some of the, the biggest seasons by wide receivers in fantasy history. I decided to look, and what I found, it's not every example because there's a million, but these are just some examples I pulled. Antonio Brown actually got better in his second season. So one season he put up 129 receptions for just under 1,700 yards and 13 touchdowns. The next year, 5 more catches, 1,800 yards and 10 touchdowns. So had another great season. But someone like Randy Moss with his big season with Tom Brady, just under 1,500 yards, just under 100 catches, 23 touchdowns. The next year went down from 98 catches to 69. So went down 30 catches, went from 1,400, almost 1,500 yards to just over 1,011 touchdowns. Marvin Harrison, when he did set the NFL record for receptions, 143 for 1,700 yards and 11 touchdowns. The next year, 94 receptions for 1,272 and 10 touchdowns. Still a great season, but dropped 50 catches and 500 yards. And lastly, Torrey Holt. Torrey Holt, greatest show on turf. 117 receptions for 1,696 and 12 touchdowns. The next year, 94 catches for 1,372 and 10 touchdowns. This isn't me saying Michael Thomas is going to bust for your team, because he's not. I mean, highly unlikely he's going to bust. But if he ends up with a season where he catches 105 passes for 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns, 7 to 8 touchdowns, I don't want people to come and go, I wasted my pick. Michael Thomas, I thought he was going to be 1,700 yards again. It just doesn't happen where these big receivers, consistently repeat. I'm not saying Michael Thomas can't do it, but his lack of downfield throws, because Drew Brees really doesn't have much of an arm now. With his lack of downfield accuracy or downfield receiving and routes, it's a lot of dump offs, it's a lot of slants, out routes, stop and goes. It's a lot of stuff like that where he makes plays after the catch. It's not a lot of downfield stuff where Tyreek Hill maybe, hypothetically, he can go downfield and he can score a 90-yard touchdown. Michael Thomas isn't doing that too often. I still love Michael Thomas for 2020. He's my number 5 because I think he's the most trustworthy receiver to come back to get 1,400 yards again, push 10 touchdowns, and get over 100 catches. He's going to do it again. So in 2020, be smart. Don't push for a running back that you don't want. Be safe. Go Michael Thomas at your number 5 spot. I think that's a smart move.